Well, we have Governor Kemp available right now, so we're going to talk more about this in a moment. We are happy to welcome to the show the Georgia Governor, Brian Kemp. Good evening, sir, and thanks for joining us for a few minutes. Busy night.
Hey, great to be back with you. Happy signing day.
Thank you. I want to start with what you told or you plan to tell those in the chambers this evening. I guess you haven't talked to them yet.
No, we're fixing to go do that here in just a little bit when everybody gets back from their dinner break. I know they're going to have a busy rest of the night, but I'm looking forward to getting in there and thanking the members of the General Assembly for a great legislative session. I mean, we have had some really tough issues that we have worked on and debated, but I think it's been done in a really open, transparent, fair way where everybody had their say, and that's the way it should be. Obviously, from my perspective, we've had a great session. They passed a great budget today, and so I'm looking forward to the rest of the night and also the rest of the year.
Okay, we've been talking about it here in the studio, but one of your big priorities was to get tort reform passed. You did that. How are you feeling right now about that goal being accomplished? When you were on the show last year, you told us you were going for it, and you did.
Yeah. Well, very, very excited to get that done. As y'all were just talking about, very, very close vote, tough debate, very tough issue. People have been trying to get this done for, really the last 5 years. In modern times, and really over the last 20 years, there hasn't been a whole lot done. So it's a tough issue to tackle. But I think all the leaders in the General Assembly felt like we had to do this. I know from my perspective, I felt like it was the one thing that was really hurting our business environment here, and that other states were using this against us because they have taken action on tort reform. And so, our main thing was to stabilize the marketplace that was out there. People cannot continue to live with, 15 to 30% premium increases every year. It's killing small business people, killing working Georgians out there. And so tort reform, what we did, I think will help stabilize the market. And we're going to continue to watch that, as we get out of session.
All right. So we've heard some people talking about this. Is there a possibility you'll want to see insurance reform next year?
Well, no, there's a lot of members of the General Assembly that were very concerned about some of the insurance companies and, wanted to take a look at that. I kept asking people the whole session, hey, bring me something. If you want to legislate that, bring me the language. I'm open to talking to all sides on these issues to stabilize costs, but also to open up markets. I mean, we got small business people out there, entrepreneurs, and others that can't even get insurance because of the way the market was here and the way the legal environment was here. And so we wanted to bring some parity, transparency, and fairness to that issue. Now, if people want to look to the insurance companies, I'm open to talking to them about how they want to do that. But my message to the insurance companies is we did what we think was right. I think they're very supportive of that. And so now we're looking for them to get into this marketplace and have more competition, which will help stabilize prices. And so that's something certainly I'll be looking at in the months ahead.
Okay, on another issue, given that the budget relies heavily on federal funding, and we still don't know where things are going to fall out in the state when it comes to money, do you think there will be a need for a special session to deal with the budget at all?
Yeah, I think it's very, very, very premature to be talking about special sessions when we hadn't even ended this one yet. In regards to what's going on in the federal government, whether it's DOGE, other things that the Congress is doing on ending COVID funding, I mean, look, they have to do those type things. We cannot continue to have the levels of spending in this country, especially things that were related to COVID, that quite honestly, when you look at the way the state of Georgia has performed, I mean, we haven't been, relying on those things for over the last 2 years. So, I think they're making the right moves to make sure that they worry and get down our debts and our deficits, which will help bring down interest rates and not burden our children and our grandchildren in the future. And I can assure you that we have continued to budget conservatively in our state, even with this budget. But we're also putting money back in our taxpayers' pockets with another $1 billion tax refund that's going to send $500 to the average family out there that's been paying taxes. We're lowering our corporate tax rate. We're lowering our personal tax rate to continue to keep more money in Georgians' pockets so that they can fight the high-cost environment that we've been over the last 4 years. And hopefully we're going to see that continue to go down and have a better days ahead financially. So I'm very optimistic about that, especially in the state of Georgia with the economic development, the jobs that we're creating here, the amount of investment's been historic over the last 3 years. So we're positioned as well as any state in the country to weather whatever goes on in the U.S. or the world economy.
I know you said this evening isn't over yet, but I do want to know if you're already looking toward next year at all. Like you talked last year about tort reform for this year. Anything for next year?
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to. I'm not looking forward yet to next year. I'm looking forward to next year, but look, we had a big agenda this year. We had a lot to get done, so we'll get this session done with tonight. Go into bill review and make sure that we're signing or potentially vetoing bills that would be bad for our citizens, and then we'll start looking on what we're going to do next year. But a lot different than we were in this position this time last year, talking about tort reform and having to focus on it in the next legislative session. Thankfully, we got that done along with a lot of other good things, and we've had a great legislative session.
Well, I know that you are going to go talk to each chamber and thank them for everything, and they'll be happy to hear from you. But I want to thank you for coming to see us first. I appreciate you talking with us, Governor.
Great to be back with you. Have a good night. Thank you.
You too.